when I have it combed out and it gets wet, it shrinks.
So this white mom is currently getting dragged for saying that her child's hair is a nightmare to handle, the shrinkage. She was just saying all sort of crazy things about the baby's hair in the presence of the child. Let's listen to it.
Dear Black people,
Here we go.
I would like to personally apologize to you guys. For years, I used to judge your guys' hair. Like, I see like little tiny little balls of white stuff just floating throughout your hair. And I would say, don't they ever comb it and wash it? And I used to make fun of you guys because you would never like get your hair wet. And I used to scoff at you guys because your hair would be like so oily looking. And I want to apologize for that. Because now I understand what you all go through. Now my son, he's not 100% black. He is mixed. And I brushed his hair, I washed his hair, and I combed it out. And I'm still getting out tangles. I'm still getting out little hairballs. I'm still getting out little fuzz balls. I'm still getting out pine needles because he decided to put pine needles in his hair. And when I have it combed out and it gets wet, it shrinks to his head. And it is a nightmare to comb through.
So what do y'all think about this whole thing that she just said? To me, it doesn't make sense. Let me reiterate in case you missed it. Let me just read out what she said about our hair. First of all, she said, "Dear Black people, I'm sorry that I judge your hair. I'm sorry that I always made jest of the balls of white stuff floating throughout your hair. I always thought that you guys do not comb or wash your hair. I'm sorry that I made fun of you guys because you guys are always afraid of getting your hair wet. I always cough at your hair because your hair is oil looking. How do you have this much thought about black hair and you still went ahead to do the do with a black man? What were you expecting? What were you expecting when you were doing the do with a black man or when you got married to a black man? You did not know that you eventually have a child that has, even though not like tightly curled type 4 natural hair, there is a chance of that child having coily natural hair. And then you were not prepared at all. And then you came here to tell us how you were making jest of us. This whole thing doesn't make sense. Hey, I don't know. There is just the texturist, there is a degrading undertone to what she was saying. Now, talking about how the child's hair is a nightmare to handle. Type 3 hair. I mean, I'm not saying that people with type 3 hair do not have struggles. Of course, I'm not going to say that. But that child's hair looks soft. All you need to do is conditioner and water. Babies' hair are naturally soft. A conditioner and water would have done the job. A few months ago, I made a similar video calling out a white mom who took her child to go straighten her hair, saying her child's hair was just so much, it was damaged, it was hard to manage. And some people got angry. The group of white people who said it was racist of me to add white in the title of a video about a white woman. And then some group of black people who were like, Essie, don't talk about them. They are not our business. They are missed. People are also saying I was blaming the mom. Some of you don't even watch videos to watch. You are just ready to strike. You're ready to be angry. Even though in that video, I clearly called out both parents. If you're planning to have a child with a black man, you should already know that your baby's hair is going to be quite different from yours. Curls, coils, textures that you probably never had to deal with your whole entire life. That's what you have to deal with the moment you have a biracial baby. And if you and your partner already know you're going to have children, it is important for you all to educate yourselves, not just you, the man as well, because some black men do not like natural hair. And a man that does not like natural hair, getting involved with a white woman that do not know anything about coily natural hair, that's gonna be a bad combination. So it is important for you all to educate yourself before you bring a baby into this world. You can't just ignore it and expect someone else to take care of your baby. It's just me, but I like to plan ahead. If I know I'm going to be doing so and so with a white man, I should be ready to learn how to take care of type 3 hair. I have knowledge of type 4 hair, but I don't think I can handle type 3 hair because I do not have type 3 hair. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's a similar routine with our hair, but then I'm still going to study about type 3 hair because there is a high percentage that my child will be having type 3 hair or maybe a looser texture than my own. So I have to educate myself on how it works. They come here to talk about, oh, the hair is a nightmare. I don't know how this is how black hair works. Shrinkage. Shrinkage is a normal thing when it comes to black people's hair. That is what makes us different from others. Our hair is going to shrink. So far you add water to that hair. So far water touches the hair, it is going to shrink. I am going to quickly educate some people, like some non-black people currently watching this video that do not know how black hair works. Number one, shrinkage is normal for us. When water touches our hair, when there is humidity, our hair shrinks. Once you touch it, it stretches and then it bounces back. It shrinks back. That is shrinkage. And for us, that is a sign of healthy hair. If a black person with type 4 natural hair, their hair doesn't shrink, it's a sign that maybe there is something off with the hair. It could be a sign of inadequate moisture or protein. So that is how our hair works. Now, when she said our hair was oil looking, yeah, because we tend to do a lot of things on wash days. We shampoo, we deep condition, some people condition, and then we moisturize. When we moisturize, we're using leave-in conditioner, we're using oil, some people use grease. Because of the structure of our hairs are built different. I know for you people, maybe you just shampoo and maybe some people blow dry. I don't know about your routine. Some people blow dry, but for us, with shampoo, condition, we moisturize so our hair doesn't dry out. Because of the structure of our hair, the structures of our hair is different. For straight hair, it's easy for the sebum, the natural oil our scalp secretes, to just go down your hair. But because of coily natural hair has coils, obviously, it's hard for the oils to travel down our strands. So we have to do extra work. For some black people who like to keep their hair stretched, or for those who like to do silk presses, it's easy for the oils to like just go down. So that is why it is oil looking, but do not say oil looking. It will be better for you to say moisturized. Thank you. Don't say oil looking. It's like we're just slapping oil on our hair and walking around. Okay? No. Then another thing is we don't comb or wash our hair. We have texture. All right? We comb our hair. I mean, some people finger comb, which is also part of combing. We comb our hair, but because of the texture of our hair has texture. Okay, it's not like your own hair. Our hair has texture, which is something that is very beautiful and makes it stand out. You see my hair? There is a lot of flakes on my hair right now, but excuse that. Yeah, you see the texture. Okay, this is a hair that I finger combed. And then I apply gel to it. If you apply gel to your hair and finger comb it, the result might be different from mine. We do comb our hair. And when it comes to washing, saying we don't wash our hair, we wash our hair. But we don't wash our hair as frequently as you people wash your hair. Your hair tends to get greasy because of how it secretes the oil, the oil just makes it greasy. But for us, it's hard for the oil to even travel down our strands. So washing our hair frequently can be quite risky. Okay? It can dry the hair out, because the oil isn't traveling down the hair. So why are you washing the hair frequently? For you people, you tend to wash it frequently because it gets greasy from the oil that goes down your strands. But for us, it's different. Now, there are some black people who wash their hair once a week, which is actually cool. 2 times a week, cool. For me, I wash my hair twice in the month. Okay? So we do wash our hair. Let us stop stigmatizing black hair. Thank you. What is wrong with this light? Please stop stigmatizing black hair. Then another thing you said is, when you say balls of white stuff, I don't know what that means. What does it mean of balls of white stuff floating on our hair? Okay? And please, black hair is not a nightmare. You can take your negativity and shove it down and be doing it to your own people. Do not say anything about black hair. And it is so wrong to stigmatize. I have an issue. If you check out my videos of me calling out some black parents, it's calling them out for stigmatizing their baby's hair in front of the baby. That child is there. There was even a time when she said something about the baby and the baby had to look at the mom. How are you saying all those negative things about your child's hair in the presence of the child? That is wrong. It's difficult to understand the child's hair. There is YouTube. There is YouTube for you to learn. What is wrong with this light? You can learn on YouTube. You understand? So don't come here and start saying all sort of negative stuff about black people's hair when you had no idea. You are just judging our hair without even understanding it. Good. Not be so they walk. No, don't do that.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the birth of another tragic biracial. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You starting off a video talking about dear black people. Like, when y'all do that, I just be like, oh boy, what are you going to ask us for? What are you going to ask us for? What are you going to ask us for? These clear women love to have biracial children. They love to take the BBC, and then they don't know how to manage the hair. They complain about it. And I personally feel like if you're not in any type of community with other black women, like that's your friends, like where's your baby daddy or your husband or your fiance? Where's his sisters, his aunts, his cousins? Like, how is it that you have no proximity to an actual black woman that you know in your life that would want to help you because you all are in some type of relation with each other? I never understood that. And then she says it's a nightmare. You're saying that in front of this baby. And you're saying it now. Some people probably would be like, oh, he doesn't understand what's going on. Like, kids, like, these are their formative years. It's from like 0 to 5 is when like their self-esteem, their personality, how they see the world, how they view themselves. Like, that is what's forming. And your mom is the first like God-like deity that you know. So her opinions heavily influence how you look at yourself and how you navigate through the world. And this is why we say, like, a lot of biracials that's raised with the clear moms, you know, they have the most identity issues. It's because they grow up with mothers that did not do the homework, don't really care to learn, criticize them a lot, and treat them like accessories. It's just, the list goes on and on. Let alone a lot of these women be racist. Just because you taking some black does not mean that you like black people. We got to just start there, in there, because these people. Then at the end, she's like, oh, it's just the shrinkage. I can't deal with the shrinkage. Ma'am, that's what black hair does. You have to let his hair do what it does. Like, what are you going to do? Give him a perm? Try to have it straight and blown out? He doesn't have your hair texture. You decided to get with a man with a kinky hair texture. Like, I don't know what, like, it's like the delusion for me. And she's like, oh, it just shrinks up. What could I do? What could I use? Like, bitch, don't ask us for help. I'm tired. And there's women in the comments, oh, my son here does it. I keep my hair son cut low. These people don't even give a damn about you. They don't like you like that. Not all, because some of them are cool, but a lot of them, and especially the way she's talking, how I used to talk about you guys because you never like to get your hair wet. Yeah, I'm sure that's not the only thing you were saying about the black people in the black community. Like, she's the type to be like racist and like do the little microaggressions, but then be like, oh, well, I have a black son, so I can say that. Well, I slept with a black man and I let him shoot my club up, so I can say that. That's what it's given. Like, why would you say that your son's hair is a nightmare to deal with? That's horrible to say about a child. Like, children are like sponges. He's going to internalize that. She's saying it now he's young. She's going to continue to talk like that around him and to him when he gets older. Basically make his hair to be a problem. I mean, he could cut it. And if it was a girl, I would feel even worse for the child. But it's a little boy. So, I don't know. You know, boys don't have as many issues when it comes to like their hair and their hair texture and texturism and featurism as girls do. But what y'all think about this? Spread love is the Brooklyn.
So in a nutshell, your baby's hair is not a nightmare. You're just finding it difficult to learn about the hair, which is quite understandable because there are some black people who do not know how to care for their hair. So imagine someone outside of the race, outside of the community, knowing how to do our own hair that some people still struggle with. So I'm going to give you the grace, but please do not bring that baby online and start talking trash about that baby's hair next time. So take your time and study coily natural hair, right? There are people with type 3 natural hair that you can learn from. If you can still learn from black people, quite all right, because that baby's hair just needs conditioner and water, okay? And the shrinkage is very, very normal. It is very, very normal. Shrinkage is normal. All right. So you guys, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.